Maybe a little bit to the left.
Every Thursday morning,
Beatty, do you have the goggles?
there is a kinetic energy flowing through the home of the Blue Knights.
It's joyful to watch. There's nothing better than Thursday morning at Castle Rock Middle School. When you walk into this building, kids are running around this building and they're laughing and it's a mess and you don't know what class they belong to, but they're joyful.
During Innovate, the students take charge of their learning,
We're building a statue!
exploring projects that they've dreamt up.
It's really fun for us to all just work together and base it off our ideas and using like the design thinking process.
This special class gives everyone
Go all the way in there, make sure it's straight.
a relatively safe environment
Oh, that looks good.
to try out a new way of learning.
Kind of making a sword type pen.
The kids are given permission to let their imaginations go wild.
Pen is mightier than a sword, and so if we put them two together, it's like ultimate.
I'm constantly blown away by kids.
And access to all the supplies they'll need to make their ideas a reality.
We went to our makerspace where there's a bunch of stuff that people donated that we can use.
This is probably one of our most popular prototyping tools that we have.
We can ideate about what are we gonna do with the materials we have.
Leanne says that this is just a glimpse of where she believes school and students are headed.
We wanted to create this space and time so that teachers felt comfortable learning it without the pressure of applying it to their own content areas. My goal over time is that that joyful noise that happens during Innovate is spread through every single classroom. I would like our school to no longer look like a school. I really want this place to be a place that our community comes in and celebrates learning and growth, and that we're actually producing kids that are turned back out into our community that are problem solvers.
Across town at Heritage Elementary in Highlands Ranch,
Here we go.
you wouldn't expect a lot of similarities,
The wonderful thing about Heritage is it's really that neighborhood school.
but this elementary is filled with the same joyful energy.
So what made you want to learn more about how long dogs sleep?
For some time now, Heritage has encouraged students to connect with their interests.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Black holes are like a new frontier. No one's seen one before.
We've got passion projects going on. We've got chickens in the back. We've got a wonderful garden.
But there was something missing.
Personalized pods. Yeah, personalized pods. I like that.
Design thinking gave them the structure they needed and the higher level of thinking they wanted.
The design thinking process in that model really is a tool for us to get to that really high level of blooms, which is create. So if we're able to evaluate and analyze and design and build empathy with others, then we're really reaching that, those highest level of blooms and that really deep thinking.
During that, you could just roll back the curtains.
And we were thinking maybe get like a Lego table.
Today, these sixth graders are thinking of ways that they can leave their school better off through legacy projects.
We're just writing down all our ideas on sticky notes so we have them all down and we know what our ideas are. It can be crazy, it can be huge.
And while the ideas may be a little far-fetched at the beginning,
We really just want to go with the most exotic ideas we can think of.
the students eventually refine them to something that can be implemented.
This is our legacy project.
But before that happens, they have to present their proposals to a real audience, the Heritage Elementary PTO.
Everyone around the room is trying to create a legacy that the PTO can help fund so we can leave something behind. Like last year, the kids did the pods and put tables out there that we could use and chairs and repainted. So it was a more enjoyable space, and now everyone in our class wants to do their work out there.
The kids at Castle Rock Middle School are already getting that opportunity. Recently, they pitched their projects in a Shark Tank-like environment to community members. While it might have been scary at first,
When I first started talking, I was surprised that no one heard my heartbeat. But then after a little while, I was like, okay, calm down. I can do this. I'm calm, chill.
this experience is giving them the perfect opportunity to practice skills they'll need for life after school.
I think it's a really neat project. I think it really challenges the students and makes them kind of think in creative ways. It's a lot different than anything I ever did when I was in school.
This was absolutely phenomenal. Seeing the way that these kids work together to create something and to create ownership in their school was absolutely amazing. I think that it really showed them that school can be different and gives them a lot of buy-in into what they're doing here.
I'm impressed. I think that everybody I've talked to has taken this really seriously, and they've really thought out their projects well.
And when you give your students the ability to tap into their own passion and own their own learning,
I think there's no limit. I think these kids can change the world. They have that power in their hands.
I use that word empowered all the time, but when they feel that way, that's when we see success and happiness.
Congratulations to the 2016 Administrators of the Year, Elisa Pauley of Heritage Elementary and Leanne Hayen of Castle Rock Middle School.